and welcome to the Questionnaires podcast, where each week we source the best questions from Yahoo Answers and attempt to provide the best advice from...
Why aren't there clear toothpaste tubes?
To...
Why do I feel happy and sad when someone chooses not to sit next to me on the bus?
We're here to prove that every question deserves an answer. Joined with me this week, as always, is Marcus.
Hello, Tom.
And Damien.
Hello.
Do we have any sort of thoughts on sitting next to strangers on public transport? Like, is it something that you will always avoid to do if there's a spare seat?
If there's a seat where I don't need to sit next to somebody, I will always take that seat.
Yeah.
But if there's no other seat, I have no problem sitting next to somebody.
Yeah.
In fact, it happened today where someone had their bag over their shoulder on the next seat, and I literally sat down next to them and bumped into the bag to sort of indicate, like, get your bag out of the chair. I want to sit down.
This my zone.
Well, just, you don't need to have your bag there. There's plenty of room on your lap.
But you wouldn't rather stand than sit... Let's just say if it's a 3-seater and there's a middle seat available, you'll take the middle seat.
No, middle seats are no-go zones.
So you'd rather stand.
I'm a big guy. If I go to a middle thing, I feel like I'm too much meat for that.
You're
for
impeding
the
on
buns.
people's...
You can't handle this hot dog.
Yeah, exactly. I sit in between and I push everybody else off onto the floor.
You're royalty, but you can only get away with so much.
Yeah,
that's right.
There's only so much these cheeks can take.
What would you guys do in this situation that I saw? There was a person with quite long hair, and they had hung their hair over the chair behind them.
Okay.
And as a result of that, nobody had sat on the chair, even though it was a full tray.
Look, ass to ass sort of chair.
So the chairs were
Ass to ass.
the chairs were ass to ass,
Yeah.
and their hair was hanging over onto the chair behind them.
That's bad of that person.
Yes.
Like it's
You can't be doing that,
It was
right?
really gross.
It's almost like feet on the seat, right? It's
Even
like,
if they had hair that looked like it came out of a Pantene ad,
Yeah.
I think it's disgusting.
It wouldn't
It
take
is-
long for it to not look like that. If
Yes,
you,
yeah.
especially like on like the Cranbourne line or something.
but you know what though? She does that. Someone sits in that chair, then she tries to get up. She'll just get like kicked back.
Yeah,
like,
it's like being like nailed to the...
Yeah.
yeah. And you know what? It'll hurt her more. It's like,
I-
why are you sitting on my hair? Why the fuck's your hair here?
I was just trying to work. Yeah, exactly. I was trying to work out for what reason. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, she probably doesn't realize she's being a jerk.
I guess.
I would
Probably
imagine
what
so.
it is. Well, maybe she just sort of, you flick your hair. I don't know because I don't have long hair. But you
Yes.
flick it over your shoulders and just let it drape down.
You would have to know. Like a chair is like a good 30 centimeters.
The thing is, I would understand you put your bag next to you on the chair because then you want to have that bit of extra space.
Oh, I can't stand people
No,
like
I,
that.
I don't agree with it. But if she was doing that, she gets something out of it. She's like, puts her bag there, she gets a bit of space. But her putting her hair on the back of the seat behind her...
It serves nothing.
It serves nothing. What
Yeah.
does she's got space to like... Does she mosh?
Yeah.
Is that what she's doing? Is she moshing on the train?
That's why you needed to assert dominance.
I didn't.
And no, you don't have to, but you could sit down there, and then when she like feels someone sitting on her head, like, oh my god, please, can you get off my hair? She's like, well, that's what serves you right.
True.
I would say serves her right. She doesn't deserve that chair.
There we go.
Well, as you can hear, pointless problems like this are our bread and butter.
We cream it. We love it.
I would not go that far.
I don't know about you,
you
Tom.
don't? You don't?
No.
But those are the kind of things that we deal with on this show. If you're unfamiliar.
The kind of nonsense that we deal with is questions like that, conundrums like that,
Yeah.
that we find from the website Yahoo Answers.
And if you didn't like it, well, there's plenty more of that coming.
No,
so-
well, we've got at least 3 coming, so don't worry about that. So that's how the show works. We choose a question from the website Yahoo Answers. We answer it, or try to provide some advice to these people, answer it in a way, give our 2 cents, and then we move on to the next one, and then that's
Yeah.
how the show works.
Yep.
The other thing we do is we choose a theme for each week to name the question askers, and Damien has a theme this week.
Yeah, and I was thinking I would like to go with celebrity lookalikes, but when people have said to you, you look like this person, what's a celebrity look like you get a lot, essentially?
Okay.
Oh.
Not a lot, even if once.
Once is enough.
Once is enough.
All right, Tom, you go first then.
Wait, I don't think I'm trying to think.
All right, this is going to give... fuck.
Wait, who do you get?
I don't know. I don't know what I get. No one ever says I'm that like good looking to be a movie star.
It's not about being good looking.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Oh, I don't know. All right, Damien, why didn't you tell me what I look like?
A prince.
Thank you. Not the prince.
I don't know, Tom.
I'm trying to think.
Tom and Marcus actually a little bit of vibes again, and you've got this before. A lot of people think Marcus is of Hispanic descent a lot of the
I
time.
do get that, yeah.
I kind of see like Che Guevara when I look at you a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Just because of the facial hair and everything.
Yeah, all right, I see. I never got that before, but...
I mean, not the best person to be likened to, but hey.
You know, Kim
Revolution.
Jong-il?
Viva la revolution,
Yes.
all right?
I'll give a bit of Che Guevara to Marcus.
all right.
Do you
So
wanna
I go first
Go
then.
first from Che.
What does
It's
Che
like-
have to say?
Someone's going to be like, oh my God, Che, is that you?
Sucked in.
the
Shay's
street.
talking. All right, now Shay writes in. Is he just an outgoing guy?
Okay.
I've been running into a guy frequently on my college campus, and we have previously met at a friend's party. Since then, we have been waving and saying hi and smiling whenever we see each other. We will chat briefly every now and then. Now, a few days ago, he asked me out to eat lunch with him when I was eating lunch on my own in the cafeteria. We don't know each other that well, so we tried to get to know each other a little bit more. But there were a few awkward pauses. He also offered to buy me some food. This also happened again. He asked me if I want to join him for lunch, and the conversation was smoother, and we laughed a lot more, and we talked about things even from our childhood. He's in the class above me, and he had no reason to sit with me because there were other spots. And we barely know each other. Is he trying to be polite, nice, or is he interested in me than more than just a friend? What do you think? Is he being nice and polite or trying to take friends? Is he just interesting or good to have company with? Shay.
Oh, gosh.
How do you measure, like, someone's intentions, like, from that situation?
It's pretty clear. These questions actually hurt me.
Yeah?
Because sometimes people are so oblivious.
Right.
Or they know exactly what's happening, but they're like, for some
I'm
weird
just
reason.
going to put it up there and be
Yeah.
like, I want to get the affirmation from people out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Am I right?
Yeah, I'm guilty of doing that when I was younger. Like,
Really?
knowing somebody had a crush on me.
Yeah.
But still acting completely oblivious and
See,
being like,
I can't
"Oh."
pick up on the signs. I'm
I
like,
was the
not
complete
sure.
opposite. I was the one that was like, "Hey, let's go out
Putting
for
the
lunch.
signs
Let's
out
go do
there.
this. Let's go do that." And from my point of view, I'm like, "Are they just not getting it? Are they that dense? Do I want to be with a dense person like this?"
Oh, right. So it's frustrating in that sense.
It's very frustrating. It's like, look, I get it. Like, we want to go out for lunch, do this, and you gotta understand. Sometimes, look, you miss all the shots you don't take.
Of course.
So you gotta, as a guy, you gotta do that. But it's fucking daunting as fuck.
to make the move.
Make a move. Like, you want to go get some lunch or you want to go get a coffee or something
Right.
like
So
that.
then to not have any sort of, have a reciprocated or like mentioned or
Yeah.
anything, even addressed.
Yeah.
It's a loss.
It's a loss.
You count it as a loss.
But this is where I find it more painful from this point of view.
okay.
Shay sat with him with lunch, had a good chat with him, all
Yes.
that. And he offered food. I don't know if she actually took the food or whatever it was. But like, I've been in situations where like, oh, you want to go get coffee? And they said, you know what? No, I got to go home. I got to beat the traffic or something like that. I was like,
Right.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
I accept. You don't want to have anything to do with me. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you take that as?
I take
Did
that
you
as
say that? You
Nah.
don't want anything to do with it. Yeah, that's cool. That's
really
good.
bitter about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's like,
you
oh
know
no,
what?
I do.
Well,
I
fuck
actually
you.
have something to do. It's
Yeah,
like,
fuck you.
oh, cool, you want me to die? That's fine.
It's just like
I don't give a fuck if your dad's sick, all right?
sometimes you got to be persistent, but sometimes you got to accept. If it's like 2-3 times they've rejected, you go, okay, I'm
You
moving
can't
on.
sort of be like, why?
No,
You can't. You just gotta. The
accept-
graceful thing to do is to be like, cool.
As a guy,
and
you gotta
also,
accept it, yeah.
if they are being truthful, then you don't look like a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
Exactly. But what I found worse in this situation is she's like accepting of it. So he's like, no, I wouldn't say leading him on. It's not like a leading
No,
him
I
on
don't
situation like that. But like, all right, he's interested in that way. And then maybe he's just trying to be friendly.
Yeah, I guess they said they're at uni, right? Or,
Yes.
I think that probably, look, there is a potential that maybe he's not hitting you. Like, I feel like when I was at uni, I would generally gravitate towards people I might have had a class with or
Yeah.
spoken to, whether they're male or female
Right,
or whatever.
right.
Just because it's like
Similar-
a familiar face.
Something in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to eating lunch by myself, I'm going to sit next to somebody that, you know, I have spoken to at least once or twice.
Did you try and do that throughout all of your uni life?
For some reason, when I was at uni, I was like the biggest, I just had no interest in engaging with people.
Because you had your friendship
Me
group
neither.
from
Yeah,
school.
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
I was
so
the same.
settled that like
Yeah.
I would go do my classes and I would GTFO as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I found that the same way where it's just like, hey, we're going to go to the coffee house like after this because we've got like classes and then that. I'm like, no, my classes are done. I'm out. I'm not going to
that's
hang
where
out.
you're at Central Perk with the friends.
Yeah.
Marcus was the seventh friend that
Yeah.
never got
Marcus
invited.
was Gunter on the outside, just not never being with the
Always
friends.
trying to get into
Always trying-
Rachel's pants.
pants, yeah. But there was no Rachel there.
No, right.
there was none
So
of
you were
that.
never interested in hanging out with people
Not
afterwards
really.
and
Do
stuff?
you want to know how lazy I was when I was at uni?
Tell me.
Okay. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but I was just like, I don't know, I was going through I was so burnt out from year 12 and how hard I studied that I couldn't engage that way
Yeah.
anymore.
You didn't want to be friends. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I liked a lot of the people that I went to uni with.
Yeah.
It was like there's one class that I could have realistically I could have made it. It was a film class where every class we watched a film, but it started at 5:30, and I had no interest in sitting there for 2 to 3 hours. By the time it took me an hour to get home from the city.
Yeah.
By the time I got home it was 9:30. So I emailed a teacher and just said like I have a prior engagement that
Yeah.
I can't make it to this class.
So would you watch the film on
I
your
would
own?
watch the film at home.
Yeah.
At a reasonable time.
Wait a second. Would you do that every week? You would email them?
I said to him, I can't make it to the class. And the teacher was very nice of them to believe me and said, that's all good. watch it in your own time.
Yeah.
And I would do all the homework. I would
You
watch
go to
the
the other
films.
classes, the actual discussion classes.
Like if you're going to be
No.
sitting in a room quietly,
I didn't go to any of the classes.
Really?
Oh, right. So even the
it's
discussion
every,
classes.
Every single one of your classes, doesn't matter what time it is, I've got prior
But
engagements.
the film watching class, you'd watch it
Yeah.
and sit there silently. So I understand you
Yeah,
don't
I
need to
kind
be
of
there
like,
for
why
that.
do I need to go in to sit there in silence for 2 hours? I
Right.
can do it at home.
Right.
We
You're not
shared
going
a-
to try to go to like first base with the person next to you or anything, are you?
Hold the phone, Tom. Damien and I did go to uni together, like same uni,
Yeah.
but like we were in completely different courses.
Yeah.
This is how much me and Marcus love each other.
Yeah, yeah.
I know
Well-
that hurts to hear, Tom, because I was the best man at your wedding, but that's fine. We can move on from that.
You know, Marcus was closer to being the best man at my wedding, but go on.
I
That's fine.
mean,
The thing was about this, like it was my last semester. I had all of these like electives. I
That's
said,
right.
Damien, just pick one of your classes that I can actually attend, and we'll go sit it together.
And he chose pottery making
Yes.
a la the movie Ghost.
Yeah.
right?
we ghosted each other
Yeah,
hard.
two man pottery making.
Yeah, exactly. We kissed each other a little bit at the end of
Yeah.
the class. It was perfect.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, it was Asian cinema. I think it was.
I glazed Marcus, if you catch my drift. No, sorry, that's
God damn it.
disgusting.
It's
That's
great.
disgusting.
It was beautiful.
Continue.
No, and we had Asian cinema together, and we would go into the cinemas together and watch these movies. Now it was always at 5:30
you did
at
Asian
night.
cinema with me, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
But don't you remember you did experimental film with me as well?
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
one of my all-time favorite uni memories.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's not even that good.
Yeah.
So it shows you how exciting my uni life was. But Marcus, for no reason, a man who was studying to be an accountant, took experimental film with me.
Yeah.
Which means
I remember this. Yeah.
which means we had to make our own experimental films, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I
I
remember
was so out of my depth.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are the numbers here?
He's done like 3 years of accounting stuff, and then he's like, "All right, you know what? I'm going to just wing this and do a film course.
that's essentially what he did.
How do I work my numbers into this?"
And I passed them.
The best part was
They failed, but most of the subjects were
I thought
passed.
maybe you would try and integrate like numbers into your films, but all you did was like, I think you like put a camera in your car,
Yeah, out the window.
outside of your window,
Yeah.
and because it was experimental film, I remember Marcus literally flicking through random effects in the video, and I'd be like, bubbles, sure, I'm like throwing a bubbles effect on there.
It's like everything that iMovie had to offer.
Yes, it was.
I'm going
Like-
to put a filter on this.
like
Now
the-
it looks like it's raining.
Yes, the Microsoft screensaver with the pipes just going over the top for no reason.
Dancing Baby from like
Marty
1995.
McNeil.
The teacher seemed like he was really easygoing. I'm like, I could get away with this and get a pass.
think about what he has seen as the film teacher with people that are interested in filmmaking. Then he watches your garbage.
There was a moment
on.
because me and Marcus worked next to each other,
Yeah.
and I loved it because it was Marcus just throwing random effects onto his video, and the teacher came past with
Night vision.
I know, yes.
Pretty much.
I don't know if you remember this. The teacher came past and it's like he see mine. It's like, oh, very cool, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Looked at yours and he went, okay, and just walked off.
I wasn't paying attention. I think because, especially in those movies, like in that class, I was on Reddit for most of the time.
I mean, in your defense, it's experimental film, so that is a very broad and subjective approach to cinema making. So
I failed the project, but I passed the whole course. Got a 50, and I was like, sweet, I'm out. I got my degree. I'm out.
I believe it was Confucius who said, "Peas get degrees." I believe it was
Confucius
him who
did say
said
that,
that.
actually.
Yeah.
Confucius probably did a better job at your film class as well. I've seen his work.
And he didn't even have a camera.
I remember that. Was I with you when you filmed that?
Yeah, you
I
were.
feel like it was.
Yeah. So he was a part of the
did
film
I get
class
a credit,
too?
dude?
No.
Fuck this
I don't
shit.
think you wanted a credit on that movie.
No, it's true. It's probably like this is the shit stain on my filmmaking resume.
If you go to IMDb and look up Tom, you'll
Damn,
find
why
it.
am I always remembered for that film?
Yeah.
All right, so this person then, what can we advise them?
Look, the person could be romantically interested in you.
Yeah.
You don't know that it is a blossoming potential friendship. You guys seem to get along. I say just keep doing what you're doing and see where it goes. If you're not interested romantically, then just make that clear.
Look, you got to do what Damien did in his experimental video class and find your friend that can just come along with you
Yes.
and then make uni bearable.
Well, they could be that person.
They could be that person. They could, like, if they're doing an accounting degree, they could go jump into that experimental video class.
Oh, dude,
and
if I had the option of picking an accounting class to be with you,
wouldn't do it.
there is no chance in
no
hell.
way. I just thought, you know what? And then the best part...
Why doesn't it go both ways?
Yeah.
This is a serious question.
Yeah.
When you were studying accounting,
Yeah.
what is, if you had to like convince me and Tom to come to a class with you, what is the sexiest accounting class? What gets your gears
Isn't
going?
it just
What gets
accounting? Don't you just do
Hold on,
accounting?
hold on, what-
Accounting.
No,
but
no.
it's
Accounting one.
every unit is accounting.
Accounting 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I would go like something like what's sexy for you guys would probably be like some sort of marketing accounting, and there is
And
marketing.
what's sexy about that? And please give us the
No,
short,
I
sexy
don't
version.
find that sexy. What I
Okay.
found the most interesting was like tax law
Oh,
and
God.
hearing and hearing all the cases.
God.
What I found interesting was tax law.
Oh, God.
Fuck yeah! No, actually, no, it was commercial law.
Marcus,
It was commercial
man-
law.
oh my God.
Every man and woman listening to this podcast, their genitals just shriveled when you said that.
They actually